Another week, boys, and another TWAB. This week in Destiny, we're showing the way. Only 2 more weeks until the final shape launches, and we still have plenty of news to share with you all. How about a preview of a new rule system and quality of life UI update? These topics and more right below. We have a new Vidoc. Season of the Wish is closing. Have you played the new mission? Be part of the Twitch Rivals World First Race streams. Extra brave weapons for all. Read our abilities and armor tuning articles. Find out how Pathfinder works. Updates to the quest tab. Reminder about legendary shards. The Pantheon's last 2 gods are here, and so is our poster inspired by the Pantheon bosses. Check out our new collab with Still series. It's fantastic. And the final shape downtime notice. Dude, Twitch Rivals. Have we ever had a Twitch Rivals World's First collaboration? I don't think we've ever had that. Oh, we had it for the last raid. Did we really? Bullshit. I have never seen Twitch Rivals in a Destiny raid. All right. Confronting Oblivion in our first Vidoc. Less than 2 weeks until the final shape is here. Guardians, we want to make the wait easier for you. So how about we share 2 amazing Vidocs with you all. In our first one, live this very morning, we talked about emotional scripts, the surreal landscape we'll visit, and believe it or not, how you can learn the language used by the TWID if you really want to. Yep. The second version, by the way, is going to be rolling out tomorrow, even though it's right here. What happens if we hit play? Okay. All right. Yeah. It's going to be rolling out tomorrow, guys. Same time. We'll be watching it here on Twitch. Now, Hunter goes into the Traveler. Remember when Crow crossed the portal that was open as part of our bargain when Riven during the events of Season of the Wish? That really wasn't the end. On Tuesday, we launched Closer to the Heart, the mission that closes Year 6 of Destiny 2 and unlocks a mind-blowing cinematic that serves as a bridge between Season of the Wish and the final shape. So let this serve as a reminder. Go play if you haven't already. Osiris will give you the mission if you visit the Helm. And for those of you who have completed it, do you want to shed a tear again? That's fantastic, man. That cutscene, fantastic. Great lead up, great ramp up going into the final shape. Now, follow the world's first race on Twitch Rivals. The new raid coming with the final shape will take the fight to the witness and prevent its calamitous plans to end the world as we know it. The stakes are at their highest, and fire teams across the globe will compete to test their might to be the first group that completes the raid to take home the coveted world's first belt. We want to celebrate such an occasion properly, so in partnership with Twitch Rivals, we'll have a world's first race broadcast covering some of the streamers participating in the race, with commentary conducted by returning host Professor Broman and Rec 1568. Now, if you're a creator looking to be a part of the event, signups begin today, and we will be open until June the 3rd at 5 p.m. Pacific. Registered and approved creators will be provided with the following exclusive Twitch drops while the world's first race is taking place. Stand in Salvation Emblem. Watch at least 2 hours of any Destiny 2 streamer. Look at that, dude. Look, it's the witness. Eyebrows and all, baby. Or excuse me, eyebrow. Roots Remain Emblem. Watch at least 2 hours of Destiny 2 Twitch Rivals stream or any participating Twitch Rivals creator. Active between 9:30 on June the 7th and 9:30 on June the 9th. All right, so you'll get both of these. Wow. Okay. Global Twitch badge, Ghost Chat badge. Watch 15 minutes of the final shape raid. All right. Does anybody actually wear these emblems? Let me just say this. People inside of Destiny go crazy over emblems. There are emblem fanatics around here, right? Now get your pretty guns. Earlier this week, we increased the drop rates for brave weapons and trophies of bravery, as well as increased the reputation gains with shacks. These increases will remain until Destiny 2 until light ends on June the 3rd. We know you're swimming in loot now, and we want to up the ante with one more time before the limited edition versions of the brave weapons are no longer available. Starting on May the 28th at 10 a.m. Pacific, we will be doubling the drop chance of limited edition versions of brave weapons. So that, combined with the increase we made to weapons and token drops, will give you lots of opportunities to grab a few more pretty guns and pretty robes. Okay, we played Onslaught yesterday. The loot is insane. The amount of tokens that are dropping, the amount of drops you're getting, it's essentially doubled. You're already living with double loot. Now they're going to be amping things up and doubling the drop chance of the shiny versions. On top of the already increased drops, you are going to be swimming in shinies next week. If you have not grinded any of these brave weapons, do it. Do it next. We'll do it next. You start now. I mean, we had somebody come by the stream and said they got 7 shinies in a single day. But next week is probably going to be the time to really go for it. All right. Abilities and armor tuning. As we did last week with weapons, this week we had a 2-part abilities and exotic armor tuning preview for you all. The first part was published on Wednesday and focused on how light and darkness subclasses are changing. We went over a lot of impactful changes, like Stasis getting the new Frost armor, suppressor grenades getting a buff, and some supers getting an adjustment or 2. You can read all about it here. The second part was focused on armor tuning. Some exotics will now have Frost armor as part of their set, while some oldies like Six Coyote and Ursa Furiosa learned some new tricks. And let's not forget about the option to include an artifice slot on all exotic armor pieces. You can find all the information here, and we covered it earlier, of course. After you're done reading this TWID, we recommend you take some time to read those articles. They will help you jump into the final shape with the best possible understanding of how the sandbox will work. There was a lot said in the past day. You know, leading up to the final shape, we always do like a TLDR the day before an expansion rolls out, and it's like 20 big changes. So we're going to try to consolidate things as much as we can. So if you've been missing things, or you're just now tuning in for today's TWAB, or, you know, maybe you're just now getting back into Destiny to begin with, we will have that TLDR post video going out the day before, which will kind of hit the big bold points going into the final shape. Now, introducing Pathfinder. Oh, the World System Teams has a very important update to share. When we have teased in the past, let's talk about Pathfinder. What is Pathfinder? Pathfinder is a brand new pursuit system we're introducing in Destiny 2 that consolidated bounties, patrols, and weekly vendor challenges into one streamlined system you can access anytime, anywhere via the Director. Different Pathfinders can be accessed from relevant screens by the Director by selecting the Pathfinder node or using a hotkey for quick and easy access to the system. So this is replacing, there's a reason why Bungie said to go ahead and turn in your bounties, your ritual bounties, right? Your Crucible, Vanguard, and Gambit bounties. And that's because this Pathfinder system is going to be the new system here. You see this, we saw this tease. This has actually been changed quite a bit. But you see these constellations in a way where you pick your path going forward toward that prime. Right? Now, when you open a Pathfinder, you will be presented with 20 objectives divided into 5 tiers, leading to every Guardian's favorite thing, big shiny loot. To reach said loot, you must complete objectives and claim them to form a path from the leftmost tier to the right. While you can progress through all objectives on a Pathfinder without restriction, you'll need to claim at least one objective in each tier before you can claim an objective in the following tier. Every time you claim an objective, you will receive rewards, progressing your path towards the final reward and opening new potential paths. Building a path to the final reward allows you to claim it, and claiming the final reward opens a new opportunity, resetting your Pathfinder. Resetting your Pathfinder costs Glimmer, but it will give you a new set of objectives to complete and a new final reward to pursue. These new cards are built using a mixture of authorial control and procedural generation. So once you start resetting, your cards will diverge from those of other Guardians. As long as you still have the Glimmer to do so, you can continue to reset Pathfinder cards after claiming final rewards as many times as you would like each week. But the value of the final reward will diminish with resets of your card to a point. However, with every weekly reset, the value of final rewards will also reset. Your objectives progress will be lost, and every Guardian will start the next week with the same fresh card. Okay, this is an interesting system. I don't know. I'm assuming it's going to net us more rewards overall. What is going to be the final reward here? Because if it's just a prime, I'm not that crazy about it. If it's an exotic cipher, which is about to be one of the most desirable resources in the game, then okay, then that's going to have me grinding every week. We'll see. Now, where is Pathfinder? The Final Shape will launch with 2 Pathfinders, one available to all Guardians that replaces the bounty system and weekly challenges for our core ritual activities, and one that you unlock in the Pale Heart as part of the expansion's campaign. The Rituals Pathfinder provides you with a set of objectives that span all our ritual activities: Vanguard Strikes, Nightfalls, Onslaught, Gambit, and Crucible. Some of these objectives can be completed in any of these activities, while others will require you to dive into a specific ritual or mode. An update later in the year of the Final Shape will make it even easier to get these ritual screens while you're in their activities, as well as make it easier to access the Rituals Pathfinder. While we don't have to reveal too much about the new destination, you can expect the kinds of objectives on the Pale Heart Pathfinder to roughly align with what you'd expect to see from the destination bounties, with additions of some new location-based objectives called field assignments. When field assignments are featured on your Pathfinder, you can expect to see them marked directly on the destination map, where you can track them to take advantage of your waypoint system to help navigate to their location. Interesting. I wonder what else we'll be able to discover via these field assignments. Now, why is Pathfinder? When we set out to build Pathfinder, we had 4 core goals. The first goal was consolidation. Destiny 2 is an enormous game that has evolved constantly over the last decade. Many pursuit systems have been added to the game over time, and these systems are accessed in a myriad of different ways that make it difficult for Guardians, experienced or not, to understand what they can be doing at any given point in time. We set out to build one system that has the capability of aligning all of these into one cohesive UI you can always access from wherever you are. Our second goal was to give players more agency. Bounty systems in Destiny 2 typically lets the Guardians pick from a handful of fixed bounties that reset each day and provide repeatable bounties for those who wish to further engage with the system. These limited choices result in a system that feels prescriptive about how you should play instead of putting you in control. We wanted Guardians to feel ownership over their engagement with these systems, with the ability to charge a course that makes the goals of their play session. You know what I really think, guys? I actually feel like this is Bungie preemptively nerfing our ability to hang on to bounties, expansion to expansion, episode to episode. Because if this system takes off, they're going to migrate this to everything. Now, the other thing is, what about Bright does? You know, what about people that want to do repeatables? But this honestly seems like something that's going to be, you see XP as a reward here. You know, you got the seasonal challenges. Maybe it ties into the episodes pretty well too. I don't know. No, this seems to be its own thing. We're going to have to just see like what's going to be the rewards after resetting. They said that the rewards diminish though after multiple resets. See how that plays out. But the XP plus here is going to be that's just the same as a bounty, like a daily bounty. Gotcha. With that in mind, our third goal is making decisions matter a bit more. Our existing pursuit systems consist largely of disconnected individual objectives that have no effect on each other. In many cases, a Guardian's decision regarding these objectives are limited to doing or not doing a particular objective or spending Glimmer to reroll repeatable bounties that they don't like. Pathfinder's path-based system incentivizes Guardians to complete objectives that may otherwise be out of their comfort zone to achieve a more direct path to their final reward. It also allows Guardians to forge a more elongated path around objectives that don't call out to them. As their options diminish closer to the final reward, Guardians will be challenged to engage with a particular activity, mode, or playstyle to acquire more rewards. So again, right up here, guys, what they're saying is you'll be able to choose your own path. You'll see what's required. You'll choose what you want to do, right? To make it to that thing in the middle, whatever it may be. Maybe it's just a prime. At the same time, you could do all of them. You could literally go through here and do every single one of them if you're just trying to get XP, right? I also wonder, where's the XP plus in all of this? Now, and finally, our fourth goal was to reduce barriers because, let's face it, much of our time as Guardians is spent zipping between destinations prepared to play the game. Flying to the tower, and flying to the helm, and flying to Europa, it takes time that we could be spending fending off the witness and thwarting its universe-threatening plan to enact the final shape. With Pathfinder, you already have your objectives, and they're always progressing as you play, whether they are locked or unlocked. Oh my God. So retroactively, they will unlock. There's no need to visit a vendor or use the Destiny app to grab bounties. No need to balance your inventory quests and bounties, and no need to travel to vendors to claim rewards for a weekly challenge. This is 1,000% going to replace everything. Bungie wants to alleviate some of the inventory constraints, holding at a ton of bounties. They're gonna do away with this, but being able to retroactively work toward all these things as you play the game and just go in there and select, that is huge. I was under the assumption that you're gonna pick a node, and then within that node, like within that menu, that's the next nodes you could be working on, and then you just have to stay within that intended path. And you're not allowed to get, but you notice it right here. It literally shows it right here. This one's already been done. This one's almost done. He's not even on the path, or they're not even on this path right here. So that is a huge W. All right, so about Destination Pathfinder. The rewards are designed to encourage completing mini paths over mini objectives in each Pathfinder. If you want to maximize your weekly rewards, your best bet is to plan your optimal path. All right, so objective reward, 25 vendor reputation, 4,000 XP. Okay, path completion reward, first path, redacted, exotic. Powerful tier 3 Ingram, the Pale Heart gear. 1 rank of vendor reputation, 25,000 XP. Holy hell. Path completion, second path. Redacted exotic, the Pale Heart Ingram focusable. Oh, okay. 375 vendor reputation and 25,000 XP. Path completion rewards 1 through 3. Third path, the Pale Heart Ingram focusable, 375 vendor reputation, 25,000 XP. Path completion rewards 1 to 3 repeatable. World Legendary Ingram, 150 reputation, and 4,000 XP. Okay, so notice the diminish there because it's repeatable. Let me get this right. Is this 1, 2, 3, like what? Or is that like, does paths mean completing it all the way to the middle? And that's considered path 1. And completing it all the way to the middle again, path 2. Okay, so 3 resets. Gotcha. All right. Okay, that makes more sense. I was like, I didn't know if it was like, all right, are we talking like I got to go 3 different ways here? That doesn't even make sense. Okay, so resets. Let's say that's a chunky amount of XP. All right, so you guys are noticing that it just says redacted, exotic, and non-exotic Ingram. What if it is an exotic Ingram? But when you decrypt it, it's redacted. All right, well, redacted exotic. What the fuck? Is that just going to be the new exotics? We need exotic Ingrams for Raul. All right, you get shit for resetting shit. There you go. We ended at that. Now, objectives. Calibrations. Directly replaces bounties, most common objective category on the Pale Heart Pathfinder. Examples. In the Pale Heart, defeat combatants of a certain faction. The Pale Heart, defeat combatants using weapons that match your subclass damage type. Pretty straightforward. Now, build assignments. Players must go to locations in the Pale Heart and complete a custom encounter that only appears while the objective is active. This is the second most common objective category on the Pale Heart Pathfinder. Now, in the Pale Heart, travel to Redacted and claim reward for defeating Redacted. In the Pale Heart, travel to Redacted and complete the Redacted event. Pretty straightforward. Ventures. Destinations, focus, activities, and objectives. Only 2 per the Pale Heart Pathfinder. Only appear in the tier before the final reward. In the Pale Heart, progress through the Redacted activity and loot the chests. Completing the Redacted objectives grants additional progress. Okay, all right. Now, about Rituals Pathfinder. Let's talk about ritual activities. Crucible, Gambit, and Vanguard vendor bounties will be replaced by Unified Rituals Pathfinder. A single instance of Pathfinder will contain objectives specific to each ritual activity, as well as generic objectives that can be completed in any of the 3 ritual activities. Additionally, on weeks when there is an active reputation booster, the first 3 instances of Pathfinder will contain more objectives associated with that ritual activity. So if the Crucible reputation booster is active, Pathfinder will contain more Crucible specific objectives until after the 3rd reset. All right, that's really nice. Completing an objective node awards experience, like individual bounty completion. Completing a path is designed to be akin to completing a weekly vendor bounty challenge. That is, completion rewards include prime Ingrams, bright dust, and experience. However, where vendor challenges are limited to 3 per week per character, Pathfinder progress is shared across all characters and is infinitely repeatable. Due to these differences, reward amounts have been redistributed accordingly. Holy shit. Pathfinder just keeps getting better and better the further we go down. Now, first 3 completions: Prime Ingram, Enhancement Prism, 150 Bright Dust, 25,000 XP. Next 7 completions: Enhancement Prism, 150 Bright Dust, 4,000 XP. Okay. Subsequent completions: Enhancement Core, 30 Bright Dust, 4,000 XP. All right. We hope you now have a better understanding of what Pathfinder is and how it changed how you'll play ritual activities and explore new destinations. We can't wait for you all to experience it just a few days. And as always, feel free to give us your feedback if you have tried it. All right. So listen, guys, what this really boils down to, instead of you going either on the Destiny 2 companion app or going to the tower physically or wherever and picking up bounties, you know, that's literally been the gameplay loop for forever now. Is let me go get all my bounties. Now let me go do those activities with those bounties. Let me make sure I do these before these bounties, because the bounties only sit in your inventory for so long, right? And if you don't have those bounties, you could be playing Gambit all day long, but if you haven't picked up the Gambit bounties, you're not going to be able to do those Gambit bounties, right? You're not going to get any XP for those things. With this change though, because you have this whole Pathfinder node set up, you can be doing all of these objectives at all times, literally by just playing the game. This is going to be a fantastic system to passively always be giving yourself rewards, XP, and other things. And you don't have to go through the frustration or inventory management of picking up bounties. You'll be able to retroactively be completing all these things, all while playing the game. And the focus will be on you just playing the game and not on you having this, managing all these other things in regards to bounties and whatnot, and making sure, like, you always have like this weird like FOMO on you at all times, like, oh my god, I'm doing this activity, wait, I was supposed to pick up bounties. Obviously the GG companion app helps, but this is still great that you're going to be able to retroactively do all these things. 67 objectives per reset. Yeah, it looks like it, but again, you could do all of them. That's the thing about this, you can do all of them. At the same time, if you know you're going to be doing Crucible, you may want to pick a path. Like, for instance, if I was going to be doing Crucible, I would probably pick path 3 so that I can hit boom, boom, boom. You know what I mean? And then you can also go down here. So you can, if you're like, I'm going to do Crucible, boom, boom. Oh, I just did that too. I'm going to go and just give me that XP for that one. And then boom. And then on to the reset. This is basically like having every bounty in your inventory without physically having to go pick them up. All right. Now, updating the quest tabs. We've already shed some light on the UI and UX changes coming with the final shape, particularly how the on-screen information channels have been updated to show buffs, debuffs, and weapon perks in a more organized way. Let's talk about some other quality of life updates we have introduced in the quest tab. Starting on June the 4th, players will be able to set any quest category on the left column as the default when you enter the quest tab. At the same time, all milestones will now show up on the quest tabs, although they will not count against the total amount of quests and bounties that a player can hold in their inventory, and will still be able to hold up to 63 in total. For players who want to keep everything more organized, we've also updated the quest tab so that tracking quests in their individual categories will now bring them to the front of the sort order in the quest tab. And last but not least, if you hover over a quest in the quest tab, it will let you know when you can launch it directly from the details screen. So now it's more straightforward to get from checking it to playing it. Wow. So hold on. These changes to quest tabs are not only quality of life changes we've made to our menus, we've also integrated reputation boosts into the ritual activity nodes at the top of the director screen. So when those are active throughout an episode, players will get information at a glance. So if I'm getting this right here, guys, are you going to be able to hit the quest and then boom, boom, launch? Like you'll go to the quest, you'll select it in your quest tab, and then punch it, launch it right there. That's amazing, dude. No more going to hunt for that. You know, obviously, like if you're a veteran player, it's probably not an issue for you, but that is great. And speaking of ritual activities, we have also redesigned the private match screen for both Crucible and Gambit to allow for greater ease of use and more customizable options that will give players some rewards. We hope you like them. Nice, nice. So we've got the relic option there. Achieve victory by earning relics, some points by using relics to defeat opponents. Okay. All right. Now use your legendary shards. Remember, when we told you legendary shards would go away for good at this end of Season of the Wish, guess what? That's less than 2 weeks away. It's time to put those shards to good use because you won't be able to use them once the final shape is launched. Our recommendations: buy raid banners for a lifetime or exchange them for some resources at Raoul, but please use them before it's too late. Guys, they're going away. Burn them now. Burn them all. And the final Pantheon bosses are here. We've got Riven this week. Hell yeah. Yes. Has anyone been able to cheese Riven? Or is Riven, can you only do Riven legit now? We did it legit during our competition. You can still cheese her? Oh my God. All right. Well, personally, I think Riven is so much better when you do it legit, but I guess there's the cheese. Wow. We're not going to go through all this, guys. A lot of stuff to read. Nezzy is also there. Nezzy actually ended up being extremely difficult for us, but there's been a lot of different plates and areas that's been discovered over the past couple of days that make it a lot easier. 8 gods and 1 amazing poster. We have prepared something very special to celebrate the glorious reveal of the last bosses of Pantheon. We partner with Gabriel Flazina, an amazing Brazilian artist whose work around raid bosses you probably are already familiar with, to create an amazing piece of art featuring the 8 enemies you were asked to defeat. Behold Pantheon in all its glory. Oh, that's dope, dude. That's dope. Got Riven up there in the background. Hell yeah. Oh, that's awesome. And that's not all. We also collaborate with our wonderful friends at Display to make this into a metal poster. So you can display this incredible piece of art on your wall starting tomorrow, May the 24th. Display will have the Pantheon poster available at their store, including a format with their new 3D enhanced texture finish. The Destiny community is filled with incredibly talented artists. We love partnering with them. So if you want to know more about Gabriel and his work on the Pantheon poster, we'll have a community focus with him next week. Dude, I like Display a lot. They're like these metal posters, and you know, my kids have a tendency to like mess with things. So even if they accidentally jump up there and try to grab it off the wall, it's good. All right, your favorite killer robot. So did you have a nice time with Trevor, the overzealous robotic vacuum cleaner? We asked the community to share some of their favorite Trevor moments now that the 0-hour exotic mission is available. And oh, our dear guardians, did you deliver? Your scream submissions really made our day. Lego Trevor is coming for you. Oh my God, that's perfect. Oh, his hand's going by. Gotcha. All right, our last collaboration is here. Destiny 2 and Steel series are back with a new collection of limited edition gaming accessories inspired by the themes of light and darkness within the final shape. We have 5 different accessories this time. Artis Nova 7 wireless headset, the Nova booster pack, the QCK Heavy XXL mouse pad, a Ghost themed Steel Series Artisan keycap, and the Control Freak Performance thumbsticks. Everything looks fantastic. Customers who purchase the collection will receive exclusive in-game cosmetics for Destiny 2, such as the Virus Celebration emote and the Gearhead emblem. Destiny 2, the Final Shape X Steel Series collection is available at steelseries.com, Control Freak, and Bungie store. Now, the Final Shape 24-hour downtime. Just before the Final Shape launches, Destiny 2 will be brought offline for 24 hours starting at 9 a.m. Pacific on June the 3rd. Players will be reminded the downtime in the game and via our social media channels before it begins. And all players will be able to pre-download the Final Shape during this time, no matter what platform. Be advised, there will be a large file to download and install. When the game is brought back online and the Final Shape is launched, we expect there will be sign-in queues during the first hours and during peak play times at different places in the world. Keep an eye at Bungie Help and Destiny 2 team for more information. And don't forget to do everything you need to do before Season of the Wish closes on June the 3rd. Really, you want to do it before then. Again, the whole, pretty much all of June the 3rd, everything's going to be close. Hopefully, with it being down all day though, guys, we're going to be able to get into the game the very next day. All right, pony error codes. We've been investigating an issue where players can receive invites that result in a pony error code. While we work on a permanent fix, we recommend turning off friend and clan requests in your settings under the social area and setting fireteam invites to friend only or whatever you prefer. We're working to resolve this issue as soon as possible. We have people getting booted during trial games, guys. Essentially, somehow, some way you could spam like friend requests or clan requests, and this could kick you to orbit, give you a pony error. So for the time being, just close it or just set it to friends only. Now claim your season rewards. Season the Wish and Into the Light in soon. Make sure to claim any expiring rewards before they're gone, including season seals and rewards, season pass items, season vendor rewards, Shax, Zavala, Drifter, and Saint 14 rewards, Banshee 44 reputation items, and Bungie rewards. And Destiny content vault updates. At the start of year 7 in Destiny 2 on June the 4th, certain items will be deprecated from player inventories that correspond with vault activities and seasonal campaigns. They will be moved into the Destiny content vault. We've updated the Destiny content vault article to reflect these changes. We've also created a new article fully outlining items being deprecated at the start of year 7 for players to reference. Now, other known issues: capturing a zone in collision PvP game mode while having full super energy will slightly reduce super energy. Tormentors can push turrets away in onslaught with their slam or grab attack. And as a final note, and we are done here, there's only 12 more days until the final shape is here, so be sure you have everything you need to be ready. Check that you have the weapons and patterns you want. Remember, you can get 1 red border weapon per day. Go complete a few more runs of onslaught and take on the challenge of the Pantheon with your friends for glory and for that Godslayer title, of course. You can do it all, Guardian. We have faith in you. The Destiny 2 community team. All right, guys. That is thy TWAB this week. Overall, Pathfinder looks like a huge win to me, man. I'm excited about this change. Really, really. I think this is probably going to be the new system going forward, maybe for everything. I mean, we'll see what plays out with it. But this is like a way for Bungie to limit bounties being hoarded expansion to expansion, right?
Slap that like button like your mama told you right.